Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 14 and has autism. We paint together, working on his fine motor skills. He helps me paint the backgrounds of our paintings, and then I paint the rest. So here I am painting the rest. So, yellow. Oh, I never know what to say about yellow. There's this thing where people paint the backgrounds like different colors and then they build on top of it. There's a method for that. There's a reason for that. And I don't. There's definitely a reason they go through a lot of the things that they go through to get that. Yellow is one of those ones that you really you need the color. You need it. You need it. And what is she doing? I'm just randomly choosing to be in different spots at different times. I'm making a sun. And so I could have easily just done one row at a time together, but that's just not how I roll. Oh, so here we are. We're doing random acts of rays. Oh, don't mind me. I'm delirious, I suppose. It's been a interesting day. 14 is rough. 14 is a lot of learning how to deal with emotions, figuring out what emotions are. And I'm saying it for both of us because trying to figure out why Owen is crying was not on my list of wants ever. My son, I don't want him to cry. I mean, that, but I always said I love it that he was crying because he is showing emotions and we got to talk about it. Well, him more screamed about it and me trying to help him through it. But, it's a lot for him to figure out and think about. Same for me. I mean, it's a lot. There's a lot to say about a lot of things with it. And I mean, we all deal with emotions, but he hasn't really been able to explain his emotions or what's going on with those emotions. So today was kind of a big transition for him because he was able to tell me that he was sad because he didn't have a calendar entry for breakfast with our church friends. And we hadn't been able to go just because of just everything. Just everything. I mean, life is busy for so many. And it gets hard to carve out that, moment for whatever it is. So, Owen was very sad when we left church that he wanted to have his friends on the calendar for breakfast. He wanted to know when they were picking him up for different events. And I'm like, buddy, we can't plan everything. It's just not how life goes. It's not. So, we had another event today. Owen had joined the Special Olympics swim team in April. And today they had a fundraiser for the Special Olympics, and it was a bowling event. And I surprised him. I asked him if he wanted to know, and I don't know if he completely understood what surprise meant, but he went along with it. We went, and his swim coach was there. They were many, like every lane was filled. Many people there. And she had an extra opening on her lane. He was gonna bowl with somebody else. But thankfully she was there to help him. He loves bowling. It's probably a little bit stressful today for him, partly because we were already having kind of a rough, day with the being upset about the friends not being on his calendar, which we rectified that later in the day. So, but she was there, and he was so happy because he really, truly loves her. And we were able to have some great moments with that. And I got too much paint on my hair. I'm gonna let me I put the eyes too close together, but we'll get there. So anyways, he got to bowl with her and her family. She had her kids and niece and nephew there. And so it was wonderful for him. We didn't stay too long because it was just, like I said, it was a busy day for him, just hard, just a lot. This is a very tight little sun here. I should have made him the eyes bigger, but that's okay. Should have done several things, but we're just doing a little sun. So, it was great because he got to spend time with her and her family. And they all helped him out with just the whole bowling thing. And they were slated to do three games, and he stayed for one, which again, like I said, was great because he had a long kind of day. So he had so much fun though, seeing her, being able to just spend time with her family and everything. And once we got home, he started crying again, and well, our internet went out. That was a story and a half. He can still hook to the internet, but when the internet is out, he knows that it's out. He can tell, like, because it goes off for a minute, and he knows enough to, like, question, I would say her name, but then she would turn on. So, question the bot, and it, would tell him that it was not connected. And he has a phone. His grandma got him a phone for his birthday. He doesn't really do anything but kind of play on it here and there. But all of this stuff, and it just upsets him. So we had to go through that to get back to square one. And then once we got through that, once we got through all the things, I then contacted our friends to explain that he was very upset that he wanted to have time with them for a breakfast. And so thankfully we were able to come up with a date that we can go to breakfast, and he was overjoyed. So, we should all learn to love that deeply, that we need our friends on our calendar. That's just, if we could just look at the world and say, hey, we need some time. We need some friendship. We need some moments. Wouldn't the world be a better place? I've been trying to post like some different videos, just words to encourage myself a lot of times. But if they help one person, then they've helped that person do something, hopefully, on that day. And a person, I'm growing my hair back in from breast cancer. And on one of my videos, and I take it with a grain of salt because, people want to do what they want to do, and they say what they want to say. But the person was like, your hair is Medusa, and, so forth and so on. And I'm like, how much hurt is in the world that we have to reach out to people that are going through things, whatever it is. Every single human being on this planet is going through something. And why can't we just be kind? Why can't we work together and be kind, And so, yeah, my hair probably does. That's probably a good description. And I'm not mad. Not mad. It's wild. My hair is wild. And when you don't have hair for quite some time, you just let it be what it is. It's hair. I'm thankful I have hair, people. I'm alive to see my amazing son grow. But all I kept thinking about was, what is that person going through that they have to get on a video that I'm trying my best to be happy, to be, excited about life and the future and things, and that they have to try to put somebody down for their hair. It breaks my heart that society is at such a point where that's what we want to do. We lash out at others in those moments. I don't know. So, my amazing son, my amazing real son, not this son, my amazing son was so overjoyed that he had breakfast plans with our church friends, the ladies, as he calls them. That's how we should love. That's how we should love. We should look at our calendar and want it to be filled with those spots that are filled with our heart. Oops, I didn't sign it. Speaking of my heart. So O for Owen, since he helps me with the background. And then L and B. So it takes just as much time to encourage someone as it does to discourage someone. So who can you encourage today? All right. Well, thanks so much for watching and being a part of our day. Toodles, toodles.